All right, and welcome to Saturday Drop. We haven't had a chance to do one of these in a while. Well, it seems like a while, but it's been a few weeks, obviously, because we've been so busy with the track and the Indianapolis 500 coming up tomorrow. Keep in mind that we're going to have some in-depth coverage. Make sure you're watching this over on YouTube. We're going to have some live feeds as well. We continue to mourn the loss of Kyle Busch. What a terrible, tragic loss of life, and just really, really sad. And he came down sick really bad when he was in the simulator process on Wednesday. Became unconscious. They took him to the hospital. He never regained consciousness. So we want to make sure that we continue to honor the legacy of Kyle Busch as well. And we'll do that through this show, even if we don't say it directly. But joining us now is Mr. Adam Jividen, the legend, the GOAT, super Browns fan, super Buckeyes fan, super Guardians fan. Well, hell, basically, if there's a fan club out there somewhere centered around Ohio, Adam has probably joined it. Adam, how are you, sir?
I'm good, Tom. How are you guys? We are one day away from your favorite day of the year.
Absolutely. My freaking Christmas. That's right. Adam, we don't talk enough NBA and nearly enough. I don't think so, but we just have so much on our plate. And I just been kind of watching in the evenings and kind of sporadically watching through Twitter. So by no means am I an expert on the NBA playoffs this year, but it just physically feels different. It seems like we got a lot of young players that are coming out, and
Yep.
there's just been a lot of pressure moments. So let's start with the New York Knicks, and they're playing your Cavs.
Yep.
Good to see your Cavs still standing. I believe they're up 2-0. Please correct me on my math.
The Knicks are up 2-0, yes.
The Knicks, I'm sorry, yes. Jalen Brunson is becoming a playoff killer, really, and the Knicks have some swagger. Is this finally the year for the Knicks? And Adam, I'm not trying to get the Cav fans and guys all worked up, but it just seems like the Knicks look like the most complete team remaining. Could be wrong.
I would say the most complete team remaining in the East, sure. I don't think, and I mean, nobody's taking down Oklahoma City. Oklahoma City's they're a juggernaut. They've got the two-time MVP, Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, Chet Holmgren is holding down the middle, Jalen Williams on the outside. They've got bench depth for days. This is going to be the challenge that ultimately the Knicks, and if the Cavs were to come back, because I mean they're down in a 2-0 hole, but they were down in a 2-0 hole last series to Detroit.
Yes.
So this isn't uncharted territory for the Cavs. I tend to think New York's playing a better right now than the Cavs are, but it wouldn't shock me if the Cavs come back to Cleveland, get it right, and then go on a roll. They've done this before. And so I look at, if you look at the West, especially with the Spurs playing without De'Aaron Fox, their star point guard, to give Victor Wembanyama, another shot maker, shot creator. The Spurs just don't have the depth, the pieces to beat OKC. And then I think OKC is one of the teams that it's very hard to, frankly, for the average fan and even the not average fan to get behind right now. And that's not because of their location. That's not because of anything. It's because OKC is the worst foul baiting team we've ever seen in probably the history of the league. I mean,
you know who's responsible for that, Adam? Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. He falls more than you thought that Reggie Miller was a flopping fish out of water. This Alexander guy, he flops on every single shot.
Every single shot.
Maybe not every single shot, but that's where you get your foul baiting at right there. Go ahead.
Yeah, and it's not the whole team does it now.
Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it? It's like fainting goats.
and it's made it. And this is the thing that's I think really frustrating for a lot of fans, people that do follow the NBA, is Oklahoma City's really really good,
Mhm.
even without it. And the challenge is at some point the league has to go, we're not calling this. We're just not. But again, when you're talking to these officials, that when they see contact and the game moves so fast,
Mhm.
they're they're it goes against essentially what they've been training for their whole life. So, but I mean, I remember even in the first round when they were playing the Suns, there was a couple instances where Gilgeous-Alexander, you can just call him SGA, Tom. But
Deal.
there was a couple instances where he went full speed right into the chest of Devin Booker, and they call a blocking foul on
Mhm.
Booker. And
Mhm.
you're going, he has to be able to stand somewhere. And so they'll be like, the Thunder will be out of control and just not make an attempt to do anything other than, I'm going to go full speed into that guy and draw the foul.
We're talking with Adam Jividen, our partner in crime, and we're talking about the NBA playoffs. We don't get a chance to talk about them enough. And the Pacers aren't going to be there, but boy, what exciting it was when the Pacers were there. It's kind of, I want to make sure that we get everything in because we've got a hard stop for Adam. 2 soccer games and a wedding. Sounds like a song. You ever heard the song Two Turntables on a Microphone? There you go.
Yeah, but it's also like the 3 weddings and a funeral. That's a
3
great
weddings and a
movie.
funeral. Yeah.
We're going back to the 90s, baby.
That's right. Well, what do you think about Donovan Mitchell? Or is this a wedding or is this a funeral for the Cavs?
I mean, this is the thing.
See what I
Donovan
did there?
Mitchell,
It was a
I
setup,
did.
by the way.
Donovan Mitchell, for all the talk that is Donovan Mitchell going to stay? Is he going to go? I don't know where he would go to. That's going to put him in a better position,
Right. Totally agree.
than Cleveland. I mean, there's a lot of smoke that a certain son of Akron, Ohio, wants to come home for one last ride.
Are you?
And
Oh, and he'll be accepted there. I mean, obviously he will
oh
be.
yeah,
But
I
I
mean,
just I mean, I guess is it just that like the parade lap when a driver retires? I mean, is that would that be the
here's
reasoning
the thing,
behind
Tom.
it?
When the Lakers were in the playoffs this year, he was still the best player on the Lakers team
Hmm.
by a wide margin. I mean, dude put up, I think,
Okay,
24 and
let me
8.
reword it. I don't want to get off in the weeds too far. But do you think that because the Lakers aren't in the final playoffs or in the finals this year, is the reason? And he's looking at the Cavs and where the Cavs are struggling, and we don't know if they can come back 0-2. I mean, we just talked about that it happened in the last series, so it certainly is possible. But isn't that you think that there's a part of him that thinks that he is quite literally King James and can come in and just bring this team up from the ashes next year and bring them into a championship, and then he rides off into the sunset type of thing?
I mean, I think so. If you were to ask anybody that knows the Cavs and goes, could they benefit? How could they benefit from LeBron, even on reduced minutes? The answer is all over the place. He's a playmaker. He's a shot maker. He makes everybody around him better. That has never been a question. And so I look at LeBron and I go, if he wants to come home, bring him home. I mean,
Yeah.
Here's the thing is,
The prodigal
you
son
win.
comes home.
I don't even think it's a prodigal son anymore. He won us a
No.
title. He won us
Yeah,
the
you're
only
right.
title in Cleveland in our last
You're right.
60 years. So I think him coming home for one last ride. Here's the other element. LeBron knows a good story.
Yes.
And even if we don't win the title next year, riding out in Cleveland that's the capper, man. That's your last chapter. And so is this the end for Donovan Mitchell? I don't think so. I
Okay.
think Donovan signs an extension.
I think I don't know what happens with James Harden. That's the question, because he was freaking horrible in game 1 against New York in the fourth quarter. But at the end of the day, I think they still are rolling by this time next year with Evan Mobley, Donovan Mitchell, Jared Allen, and we'll see LeBron James one more time in a Cavs jersey going to the finals next year. That's my year-out hot take.
That's your bold prediction and hot take. It's really not too much of a hot take. It's more of a lukewarm take. But yeah, I totally agree with you. Let's move on to the Oklahoma City Thunder. Not a lot to talk about here. We just had a little bit of a conversation about them. But certainly they're the defending champs. So they have that mentality. They're young. They're a young team, but they do have some experience. And the Thunder's bench just is becoming a huge factor. Really, if we're being honest, the bench has
been under Daigneault, their current head coach. They develop young talent better than anybody. And then you throw in the fact that they have all of these first-round picks that are much better than they should be because they made trades with teams that were stupid and just gave away first-round picks.
Mm-hmm.
I look at that roster, and that roster has no holes right now. Like, yeah, from game to game, they may not make shots, but if you're looking at roster construction, they've got it everywhere. And that's ultimately why they're going to win the Larry O'Brien trophy again. It's the most complete team, and they've already done it. So they don't have to there's no concern, there's no fear of how are we going to play in the finals. They've done it. They know what to do. They know how to get it done. And I think where last year there were some lapses against the Pacers that helped the Pacers, that the Pacers took advantage of, I think Oklahoma City is going to go into the finals and they're just going to wreck. I think it does not matter who they play. I think they win in 5.
No, I don't. That's a bold prediction, but yeah, I think they can certainly. They're going to win it. I don't disagree. There's not a disagreement that they're going to go to the finals and win it. And the question is, and I know we're going to backtrack here just a little bit. Do you have faith that it's going to be the Cavs, or do you think it's going to be the Knicks?
I think it's going to be the Knicks. Okay. Again, the Knicks are the better team. They've been playing. They have figured out how to play their best basketball right now. That being said, do I think the Cavs could come back? Sure. But I wouldn't even say it's like a 50-50 coin flip because obviously the Knicks are up 2-0. I think it's much more of it's about an 80-20. It's going to be a New York, Oklahoma City finals. And I think Oklahoma City is going to destroy them.
Well, there's another team that has some say-so about it. We watched the San Antonio Spurs and Thunder game last night after dinner. Did you watch it? Did you get a chance to watch it?
No, I watched some of their other ones. Again, Wembanyama's. I mean, that guy's incredible.
Well, yeah, absolutely.
They don't have. Remember how we said that there are no holes on the OKC roster? That Spurs roster has some holes, and it does not matter how good Wembanyama. You know what? It's similar to. It's similar to when the Cavs, the first go round with LeBron, were blowing through the East. But people would be like, they're still missing some things. That's how Wembanyama is. He is so good. He's pulling a team up that you take him off of it is a playing at best roster.
And again, that's the Wembanyama effect. Wembanyama effect. I'll let you say that.
Wembanyama.
But one thing I have noticed about the Spurs is they do have holes. You are right about that, but they're very dominant on the defense, which is huge when it comes to closing that gap of points, because that's what the Oklahoma City Thunder like to do. They like to rack up the points. So what do they call him? Wemby?
Yeah. I mean, he's Defensive Player of the Year.
Yeah, he looks like somebody created a player on, in the NBA 2K game. Well, I'm not a gamer, and forgot to turn down the sliders or whatever that's called to keep them.
Yeah.
I'm not a gamer. You're more of a gamer than I am.
His arms are insane. He can make threes. Like Wemby has it all. The challenge again is he's still just one dude, and I know he is he is on track. He has the talent and potential to be an all-time great. But
so I'm gonna give you. Go ahead.
So like LeBron couldn't do it by himself, and I don't care how good Wemby is right now. He's not LeBron.
Absolutely. There's five players on the team, and on the court, 10 on the team. So yes, it does take a team to make it happen. I'm going to fire through two other young players, who young stars who I think officially really kind of own the NBA. You tell me what your thoughts are. We just went through Wemby. I'm just going to say Wemby. What about Brunson? Brunson.
Jalen Brunson. Coming out of Villanova, and he played with Luka in Dallas, and somehow Dallas screwed that up, so they don't have either one of those guys. But Jalen Brunson, I mean, the dude is the most. He is the best fourth quarter shot maker we have in the league right now. Like he could be having a terrible game. And if the Knicks are down in the fourth, he'll just flip a switch and pour in like 16 in the fourth. He's just fearless, and he knows how to get to a spot. He knows how to get to the shots that he wants, and he just puts them on his back. It's what happened in game one. Cavs were up huge, 7 minutes left, and then we stopped running offense, and they just ran everything through Jalen Brunson, going one-on-one against James Harden, and Jalen Brunson, against a future Hall of Famer, made him look like, I mean, a middle schooler. Just owned the matchup. I mean, Brunson's, it's hard to tell where he is in terms of like place in the league, but he's a top 10 player in the league right now. I mean, there's players saying that if he can lead the Knicks to the title, is he the greatest Knick of all time? I mean, that tells you how good he is playing and has been playing for the last several years.
What about Shai? Shai, Shii.
Shai is
one eye. I'm sorry, one eye.
He's now the 2-time MVP. Like that's all you got to say is he is that good. He is hurting his own reputation though with flopping. He is so good he doesn't need to, and it drives me crazy. Do you know who else used to do that, Tom? And it drove me crazy then?
Reggie Miller. That's like always goes to my mind.
A little bit, but not as bad as this. Dwayne Wade would just not land. Like he would take a jump shot and then just go to the floor to try to and you're like, what are you doing? And D Wade actually said that took years off of his career over time because his body started to feel the impact of all those falls to that hardwood floor.
Do you know the Indiana connection to Dwayne Wade?
No.
Do you know where he went to college at?
Marquette.
You know who coached him at Marquette?
Oh yeah, Tom Crean. I mean, that's that's kind of a connection. That's like 8 degrees of Kevin Bacon level stuff. But
that's right. Well, that wasn't the official stump question. We don't have a lot of time here. We do want to go get through all of this, but real quickly. So, is your prediction? I'm just inferring from what you've said so far that you think that the Cavs could do it, but the Knicks are more complete. Obviously, we believe that the Thunder's going to win it. So are you saying that in the series finals, it's going to be the Thunder and the Knicks and the Thunder's going to win?
Yes, that's what's going to happen.
That was what I thought we were going. Some fun facts about the playoffs, just because it's fun to have fun facts. The Boston Celtics own the most NBA titles, 18. Michael Jordan has never lost an NBA Finals series. The 1995 Houston Rockets become the lowest seed to win a title, and only a handful of teams have overcome 0-3 deficits. You're knocking on that door, Adam, with the Cavs. So now, Adam, I like to do what we do on college football, and that's Stump Adam. You ready?
Go for it.
You'll probably get this. This is one that's probably not too far out of your zone. But which player, I'll give you a multiple choice so it's help you out a little bit. But which player owns the highest career points per game average in the NBA playoff history with a minimum of 50 games?
Allen Iverson.
You know, you didn't let me get you the thing. That is a thing. But since you wanted to jump ahead, Adam, you're wrong. It was not Allen Iverson. Was it Michael Jordan, LeBron James, or Kevin Durant?
I mean, I just saw the stat literally 2 days ago. So, if depending on how this is pulled, probably Kevin Durant.
Michael Jordan, 33.4 ppg. So the question, which player has the highest career points per game average in the NBA playoff history? Minimum of 50 games. So that's how they came up with Michael Jordan at 33.4 points per game.
I wonder if AI didn't play enough games because Allen Iverson averaged 33.8. I wonder if he didn't, because those 76ers
who am I to challenge AI?
Those 76ers teams were terrible. And there were so many times that he was phenomenal and they didn't make the playoffs.
Well, like I said, we need to talk the NBA finals more often. I know you and I are going to be down at the track tomorrow. Yep. We were just discussing that prior to coming on. That's going to be a lot of fun. I saw where Jordan took the boys to the museum, and I haven't got a chance to go to the new museum since they've redone it. But
only one. Yeah, she just was able to take one. We'll take the other ones later. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I saw one of the boys trying to do the tire jack, and was just great how he was just absorbing and all. He looks like he's a huge race fan. So who's the family rooting for tomorrow?
Well, they've all got, well, not all. All the boys have their own driver that they've picked. My wife is a big Elio guy.
Yes.
Or my wife, my mother-in-law's a big Elio guy.
Yes,
my wife likes Elio, but my wife's favorite was Tony Kanaan. So she needs a new driver. She kind of pulls for Elio because everybody likes Elio. I don't have one. I'm going to be honest, though. Tomorrow, I think more than anybody else, I'm pulling for Connor Daly. I think that'd be sweet to have.
I am right there with you.
The local kid bring it home. And, I mean, his practice laps yesterday, he was flying.
He's been on fire. I did have a chance to talk with him post-qualification. I think I sent that to you. But, yes, that would be fun to see Connor Daly win. Also it would be fun to see Franchitti, the little tiny guy with AJ Foyt, because it's been decades since AJ Foyt racing has been, and that goes back to really a lot of the history of the track when I was growing up. And AJ Foyt would win, and it's been a long time since there's been somebody from AJ Foyt racing. And there's a lot of storylines to watch. Obviously, we were still paying attention to what happened with Alexander Rossi. So,
and that's so then some of our kids, we've got a Pillow fan because he was like, I'm just going to pick the guy that wins. I'm like, that sounds about right.
I'll find some pictures of you send me over the drivers, and I'll find some pictures of ones that I got, and I'll send it right over to you.
Got it. Will do.
So, well, you know what? That's wrapping it up. We've got about a minute here. So you got a minute, 13 seconds, because you told me we've got to be at a certain drop zone because we're a minute, 13 seconds out. So go ahead and give us your final words of wisdom. Doesn't necessarily have to be about the NBA finals. And we'll get together once again to talk about the NBA playoffs and get our official pick. But give us your words of wisdom, sir. You have Memorial Day. Seconds.
It's Memorial Day. Enjoy it. We're getting closer and closer to America's 250th birthday.
I love it.
We've got so much to celebrate. The weather looks like it's going to be good tomorrow. If you're coming out to the track, have a good time. Be safe. For those of you watching at home, let's have a great weekend.
And I think it's fun that they're able to watch it at home. But honestly, if I wasn't going to the race and I could still watch it, because it used to be blacked out unless it's sold out, which it sold out, but it did sell out this year. I would still listen to it on the radio. That to me, that is the best. And what's so cool about it, where I get to watch the race at in the media center there, just right behind us is the booth. and so it's fun to watch them. I'm a radio nerd anyway. Everybody knows that. Oh, we're out of time, buddy.
Awesome.
All right,
Well,
man.
Tom, we will see you tomorrow, sir.
Enjoy
guys
your
have a good
your 2 funerals and a wedding or whatever
That's
today.
right. That's right.
All right,
All right,
buddy.
we'll
We'll
see
talk you soon.
Bye-bye.